Hi, and thanks Tori for the class today. So today we're going to do a fairly gentle class focused on mobilising and strengthening around our lower back region. So we're going to start the class in standing, then we're going to come down into 4-point kneeling, onto our fronts and onto our backs as well today. So remember, always work to a level that you feel comfortable with, because most importantly, we want you to enjoy it. Okay, so when you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so let's start by bringing those toes apart and those heels apart, so those feet at that hip width distance. Just to start with, we're going to transfer that weight coming to the fronts of your toes and then back onto your heels. So just nice and slowly forwards and back, just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements, so that weight's going nice and evenly down through those feet. Knees are nice and soft, so not locked back. Hands up into your pelvis, very gently we're going to just tilt that pelvis forward and then tilting it back. So just nice and slowly forwards and back, just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements, so that pelvis in a nice neutral position. Good. Ribs are soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted. So we're going to start with our thumbs leading. We're going to reach our arms up and wide into that Y shape and then lower back down. And again, reaching those arms up and lowering down. Good. And again, reaching up and down. Now on this next one, we're going to come up onto our toes. So we're going to reach up, come up on our toes and lower down together. Good. And again, reaching up and down. Good. Lifting up and down. So we're breathing out, lifting up, breathe in as you lower. And again, breathe out, lift up, breathe into lower. Good. And again, breathe out, breathe into lower. Very good. And again, and down. Well done. And again, breathing out, breathe into lower. Last couple here, lifting up and down. One last time, reaching up and lowering down. Well done. Now I'm going to have my hands just in front of me here, and with my right leg I'm going to bring that knee towards those hands. It doesn't have to touch, towards them here, and then I'm going to extend that arm and leg away. So I'm going to fold in together and then extend away. Good, same leg, folding in and reaching away. So that leg you're standing on, working hard to support you, that knee staying soft, we're folding in and extending away. Good, let's do 5 more. So go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bring those arms back down, bring that leg down. We do the same with the side, so hands just in front. Bring the knee towards those hands and then reaching away. So folding in and extending away. Good. And again, fold in, using that bottom muscle to extend away. Good. Fold in, reach away. Good. Let's do 5 more here. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bring that arm back down, bring that leg back in together. So I'm going to keep my feet this hip width distance apart here now. We're going to drop down into some squats. So we're going to reach those hands forward, drop back into a squat, and then lift back. So sitting back and lift up. So I'm dropping back, that weight going back onto my heels, and then lift up. Knees staying that hip width distance apart, so we're going to drop down and lift up. Good. And again, drop down and lift up. And again, drop down, lift up. Well done. So just going as far as you're comfortable, keeping those knees that hip width distance and lift up. Good. And again, drop down, lift up. Well done. Drop down, lift up. Just warming up through those legs a little bit more and up. Drop down, lift up. Last few. Drop down, lift up, and again. Good. Dropping down, lift up. One last time. Drop down and lift up. Well done. Okay, so we're going to just bend those knees slightly here again. And I'm going to have my hand on the outside of this knee. I'm going to take a breath in. As I breathe out, I'm going to open out that top arm, looking round and back, and then forwards. And again, opening out and back. Good. And again, following that head, just looking round and back and down. And again, opening out and back. One more time. Open out and back. Then lifting back into standing. Well done. Same the other side. So we can just bend those knees slightly. Hand on the outside of that knee. Going to lift up, open around and back and down. And again, opening out and back. Good. So just following with that head. Opening out through that upper back. Good. And back. Last couple. One last time. Opening out and back. and then gently coming back up into standing. Well done. So we're just going to mobilise through our backs a little bit with our round the world stretch. So we're going to drop down to the side here, reach this opposite arm up and over if you can, and then we're going to come around in a big circle and then lifting back up. Good, and again, reaching over, come around in that big circle and then lift back up. Good, one more time, reach over, come around in that big circle and then lifting back up. Well done, relax that arm back down. Opposite side, we're going to reach that arm up and over if you can as we slide this hand down, come around in that big circle and then lift back up. Good, drop that hand down, reaching over, coming around in that circle and then lift back up. Good, one last time, reach over, come around in that circle and then lifting back up. Well done, relaxing that arm back down. Okay, so we're going to just move through our spines a little bit more with some roll downs here. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor, just as far as you feel comfortable. Breath in here, then as you breathe out, slowly restacking back up into standing. Good, and again, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, curling down through that spine, rolling those hands down towards the floor. Breath at the end here, and then as you breathe out, slowly coming back up into standing. Good, and again, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, roll those hands slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath in at your end point, and then as you breathe out, gently coming back up into standing. Good, now on this next one, we're going to come to the end of my mat, because we're going to come down into 4-point kneeling here. So I'm going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Soften your knees when you get to your end point, and then we're going to walk our hands down and slowly come down into 4-point kneeling, and we're going to continue our class from here. Okay, so we're continuing here down into 4-point kneeling. So I have my hand just in front of my shoulders here, elbows soft, so the insides of the elbows facing each other, knees underneath those hips. And we're just going to gently mobilise through our spine with a cat stretch. So we're going to tuck the head under, arch that back up, flex through the spine, and then we're gently going to drop down and extend. Good, and again, arching that back up, gently flexing that spine, and then dropping down, gently extending. Good, and again, arching that back up, flex through that spine, and then dropping down and extending. So we're gently mobilising throughout the spine, arch that back up, tucking that head under, dropping down and gently extending. Good. Now on these next two movements, I just want you to think about where that midpoint is between those two movements. So our back's in that nice neutral position. That tailbone's just gently tucked under. We're going to go into our swimming movement. So really working on that core stability and our strength. So we're going to lengthen one leg away, just parallel with the floor, and then fold back. Opposite leg, reaching away and back. So we're using those bottom muscles to extend that leg and fold back. But I'm still keeping my back nice and level. Just not trying to lift that leg too high as I lengthen the leg away and fold back. So if you can, we're going to breathe out as we reach away, breathe in to fold back. Breathe out as we reach away, breathe in to fold back. Now if that's feeling comfortable, we can add in our opposite arm reach and back. Good, and again, reaching away and back. So still keeping that back nice and level. So imagine you've got that tray of drinks on your back. We don't want it to spill as we're reaching arm and leg away. If that feels too much with the arm as well, just stick with the leg. Reach away and fold back. So we're lengthening through the body and back. Well done. Now we're going to add a little variation here. I want you to reach away, then tap the hand and foot down to the floor, lift up and fold back. And again, reach away, tap down, lift up and fold back. Well done. And again, reaching away, tap down, lift up and fold back. Well done. And again, reach away, tap down, lift up, fold back. So still keeping that control as we're tapping down, lift up and folding back together. Well done. Breathing out. Breathe in to fold back. And back. Well done. Last few here. Nice and control. And back. Well done. Reaching away, tap down, lift up and back. Last few. That neck staying nice and long, just looking down at that mat. Well done, tap down, lift up, fold back, and again, reach away, tap down, lift up, and back. Let's do one more each side. Last one. And folding back, well done. Drop down, we'll have a little stretch out here into that child pose. Well done, breath in and out. Good, and again, breath in and out. Relaxing down, one more time, breath in and out. And then coming back up into that 4-point kneeling, well done. So we're just going to rotate through our upper back here. And we're going to reach one hand through and under, just rotating through that spine, and then gently coming back up. Opposite arm, reaching through and under, and lift back up. So just go as far as comfortable, reaching the arm through and under, and then coming back up. So we're rotating through that spine, particularly that upper back, which can get quite stiff. So reaching through and under, and back. Good, and again, reaching through and back. So alternating sides, reaching through and under and back. Lovely, last few. And back, good. Reaching through and under and lifting up. And let's do one more each side. Reaching through and under and up, and again. Reaching through and under. And coming back to that start. Well done. Okay, so from here we're going to come down onto our front. So we're going to lower ourselves down onto our tummies. Now we can use a thinner block if you want to, or just rest your hands down onto the mat and your forehead can just rest on those hands. So feet about hip width distance apart here. We're going to work our bottom muscles to begin with. So that tailbone just tucked under, that belly button drawn up towards that spine. And we're just going to squeeze my bottom and just raise one leg off the mat and lower back down. Opposite side, raising up and down. So use those bottom muscles, squeeze the bottom, lifting and lowering. So it should be your bottom that's doing the work, not that lower back. So really, if you need to engage that bottom, squeeze the bottom, lift the leg and down. And again, squeeze the bottom, lift that leg and down. So we're alternating sides. Squeeze the bottom, lift up and down. Well done. Lifting and lowering. So just using those bottom muscles to help lift that leg and down. Still keeping that core just gently engaged, just supporting that lower back. Well done. As we're lifting and lowering. Well done. Few more here and down. Good. Keeping that control of that movement as we're lifting and lowering. Well done. Let's do one more each side. And down. Good, so we're going to go into our one leg kick here. So we're going to bend at the knee. So we're going to bend the knee, point, flex, point the ankle, lower back down. Opposite leg, point, flex, point and lower down. So we're alternating legs and down. So point, flex, point and lower down. Good, and again, point, flex, point and lower down. Good, and again, point, flex, point and down. Well done, and point, flex, point and lower down. Well done. And down. So bending at the knee, giving that ankle movement and lowering. Good. Now we're going to add in that hip extension again. So we're going to point, flex, point, extend and lengthen that leg away. Opposite leg, point, flex, point, extend and lengthen that leg away. So adding in, using that bottom, extending that leg away. Good. Point, flex, point, extend and lengthen the leg away. Good. Extend and lengthen. So a few more here, alternating sides, extend and lengthen. Well done. So it's one nice smooth movement to straighten that leg back out. Extend and lengthen the leg away. Good. Point, flex, point, extend and lengthen. Well done. Extend and lengthen. Let's do one more each side. Extend and lengthen. Well done. And again. Extend and lengthen. Well done. So we're going to have those feet just a little bit wider than those hips now, and bring my hands so they're just either side of me here in that sort of L shape. My head just resting down onto that mat. We're going to go into our extension stretch here, so our Cobra. So we're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, just going to lift my head, my breastbone, just as far as comfortable. And if you get to here and that's enough, stay there. If you can, we can just keep coming up onto those hands. Breath in here As you breathe out, slowly peeling that tummy, those ribs, and that breastbone back down. But if that feels too much and you just want to come up onto your elbows, that's fine as well. So breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up, just gently coming up into that extended position, keeping that neck long, breath in. As you breathe out, slowly walking that tummy, those ribs, that breastbone back down onto the mat. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, keep those shoulders down, lengthening through that neck, lifting up into extension, breath in. And as you breathe out, slowly peeling back down onto the mat. Let's just do 2 more here. Gently lifting up. Coming up into that extension, neck staying long, breath in here. And then as you breathe out, we're peeling that tummy, those ribs, that breastbone back down. Well done. One last time, breath in. As you breathe out, gently lifting up. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, slowly walking that tummy, ribs and breastbone back down onto the mat. Well done. So we're going to lift up now and just drop back into that child pose stretch, which often feels nice to do after that stretch. So breathing in and out. Just sink that bottom down towards those heels. Breath in and out. Sinking down. Well done. And again, breath in and out. Sinking down. Very good. We'll just walk those hands gently back up. Excellent. Okay, so let's come down onto our backs now. So we're going to come round onto our backs, onto the mat. Have those feet and knees about hip width distance apart. Just to start with, let's just tilt that pelvis forwards and back, just looking to find that midpoint between those 2 movements. So that pelvis in a nice neutral position. Those ribs are soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted from there. Okay, so we're going to have those arms down by your side, and we're going to start with our bridge movement. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to tuck that pelvis under, use those bottom muscles, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, we're going to walk that spine gently back down onto the mat. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking the pelvis under, use those bottom muscles, lift up into that bridge. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, slowly walking that spine gently back down onto the mat. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up. Coming up into that bridge. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, slowly peeling that spine gently back down onto the mat. Good. And again, tucking the pelvis under, using those bottom muscles, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here. Then as you breathe out, slowly peeling that spine gently back down. Good. So we're going to do a few more here, using those bottom muscles to help lift you up into that bridge, just as far as comfortable. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, slowly walking that spine back down. Good. And again, tucking the pelvis under, lifting up. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, slowly walking that spine back down. Well done. Last few. Lifting up. Breath in when you get to your end point. As you breathe out, lower that spine gently back down. And again, lifting up. Controlling that movement. Breath in. And as you breathe out, gently coming back down. Let's do one last time. So tucking that pelvis under, lifting up, coming up into that bridge. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, slowly walking that spine back onto the mat. Well done. Let's bring those knees in, have a nice little hug just quickly to stretch out through that lower back. Well done. So breathing in and out. Just that little hug, knees towards our chest. Well done. Breath in and out. Good. And then lowering those legs one at a time back to that start. All right, so we're going to go into our one leg stretch from here. So we're going to float one leg up into that tabletop position. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to reach that leg away, fold back and lower back down. So opposite leg lifted. Breathing out, reach away, breathe in to fold back, lower back down. So we're alternating sides. As we reach that leg away, don't let that back arch. We're keeping that control as we lift up, reach away, fold back and down. So as I reach that leg away, I'm not letting that back arch. We're keeping that control as I stretch that leg away, fold back and down. And again, lift up, reach away, fold back and down. And again, lift up, reach away, fold back and down. Now if that's comfortable there, continue with that single leg, or if you can, we can float one leg up at a time into that double tabletop. Do the same again, reach away and fold back. And again, reach away, fold back. So I'm breathing out as I lengthen away, breathe in to fold back. Good, and back. So keep going here. If you start to feel this is making your back arch or your tummy's bracing, come back to that single leg. You can always mix and match those levels if you need to. Reach away and fold back. Breathe out, reach away, breathe into fold back. Breathe out, reach away, breathe into fold back. Well done. And again, reaching away and folding back. And again, reaching away and fold back. Breathing out, breathe into fold back. And back. And again, breathing out, breathe into fold back. Good, and again, reach away and back. Let's do one more each side, reach away and back. And back, well done, and lowering those legs one at a time back to that start. Okay, so we're going to work those lower tummy muscles a little bit more here with our scissors movement. So we're going to float one leg back into that tabletop, but I want you to keep this knee at that 90-degree angle, and we're going to tap that foot down, lift up and lower. Opposite leg lifted, tap down, lift up and lower. And again, alternating sides, tap down, lift up and lower. And again, lift up, tap down, lift up and lower. Good, and again, lift up, tap down, lift up and lower. Well done. Alternating sides, tap down, lift up and lower. Now what you want to watch for is that knee isn't bending. We're lowering down that leg from that hip. So we lift up, tap down, lift up and lower. And again, lift up, tap down, lift up and lower. Good, and again, tap down, lift up and lower. Well done. Tap down, lift up and lower. Very good. Tap down, lift up and lower. Now if that's comfortable there, keep going here, alternating sides, or if you can, we can float both legs back into that double tabletop. Same again, we tap down, lift up. So making sure we're not letting that knee bend, we're lowering that leg down from that hip. So lower down, lift up. Good, breathe out, you lower down, breathe in, lift up. Well done. Again, if you start to feel that back arching, your tummy's bracing, come back to that single level. We can always mix and match that if we need to. Tap down, lift up. Good, and again, tap down, lift up. Keep those shoulders relaxed as well. Lovely. Last few. Tap down, lift up. Well done. And again, tap down, lift up. Good. Tap down, lift up. Last few here. Let's do one more each side. Tap down, lift up. And lowering those legs one at a time back to that start. Well done. Let's bring those knees in, have a little hug, stretch out through that back. Very good. So just take a couple of nice deep breaths in and out here. On that out breath, if you can, just relax down into that stretch, that a little bit further if you can. Breath in and out. Good. And again, breath in and out. Relaxing down that little bit further. Well done. Breath in and out. Good, and then just lowering those legs down one at a time back to that start. So we're going to lengthen through the body now. We're going to raise those hands up towards the ceiling, bringing our arms and legs together. We're going to reach one arm above our head, opposite leg, we're going to lengthen out along the mat and then fold back. So breathe out, reaching away, breathe in to fold back. Breathe out, reaching away, breathe in to fold back. So we're keeping that control through that center. Not letting my ribs flare, I'm just taking that arm back as far as I can, keep that control and fold back. So breathe out, reach away, breathe in to fold back. Breathe out, reach away, breathe in to fold back. Well done. And again, breathe out, reach away, breathe in to fold back. And again, breathe out, reach away, breathe in to fold back. Now, if you wanted to make it more challenging, you can lift both legs into double tabletop again, reach arm and leg away, but that is quite a lot harder through that center. So if that feels too much to control, then we'll just lower those legs back down. Do the same again, reaching opposite arm, opposite leg. Good, and again, reaching arm and leg. Good, breathing out, so you reach away, breathe in to fold back. Again, a few more here, lengthening out through the body, but keeping that control through that centre, and fold back. Well done, reaching away and back. Lengthening through that body, well done, and back. Making sure as we lengthen away, we're not letting that back arch, keeping that control as we lengthen through and fold back. Good, last few here, reach away, fold back, breathing out, lengthen away, breathe in, fold back. Good, let's do one more each side. And back, last one. Good, and then float those arms back down. Well done. So arms down by your side or out to the side of you. We're going to drop those knees over to one side, turn our head to that opposite side if you can, and then gently coming back up and over to that opposite direction. So rotating through that spine, feels good to do. Drop those knees over, turning that head, gently coming back up and over to that opposite side. Opening out through that spine, gently coming back up. Drop those knees over, rotating through the spine and then back up. Good, so we keep alternating sides here, turning that head opposite direction to those knees, gently coming back up and over to that opposite direction. So rotating through that whole spine, just as far as comfortable, and then back up. Good, and again, drop those knees over and gently coming back up. Good, and back. Let's do one more each side, drop those knees over, turning that head, gently coming back up and over that opposite side. Good, bring those knees back up and those arms back down by your side. Well done. Okay, so we're going to stretch out through the backs of our leg now. So knee up towards the ceiling. I want you to lengthen out through the back of the leg. You can use your hand to support that leg there, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. And then we're just going to hold this stretch, just feeling that stretch through the back of the leg, so into our hamstrings here. Hold that stretch, breathing in and out. Good, and then if you can, we're just going to point and flex through that ankle, just changing that stretch slightly. Pointing and flexing, well done. Moving gently through that movement, well done. And then holding that stretch again, toes pointing up towards the ceiling, lengthening out through the back of that leg, very good. Holding that there. And then lowering that leg back down, very good. Same the other side, knee up towards the ceiling, lengthen out through the back of that leg. Feel that stretch through the back of the leg there. We're going to hold that here, breathing in and out. Good, breathing in and out. And if you can, we're going to point and flex through the ankle again. Just gently moving through the ankles here. Just feeling that stretch through the back of the leg, well done. And then holding that stretch again, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Just lengthening out through the back of this leg here. Good. And then slowly lowering that leg back down. Then we're going to stretch through our bottom muscles now. So I'm going to put one foot onto the opposite knee. Allow that leg just to relax open there. If that's enough of a stretch, then just stay there. Or if you can, we're going to bring the other leg up in towards you, just as far as you feel comfortable. And then we're going to hold this stretch here. So just take a few nice deep breaths in and out. On that out breath, if you can, just sink down into that stretch, that little bit further if you can, holding that there, breathing in and out. Good, and again, breath in and out. Just sink down into that stretch, that little bit further if you can, holding that there, breathing in and out. Good. Dropping down just that little bit further. Well done, breath in and out, holding that there, breathing in and out. And then just lowering that leg back down. Well done. Do the same on the other side, opposite foot onto the other knee. Allow that leg just to relax open there. If that's enough of a stretch, then just stay there. Or if you can, we're going to bring the other leg up in towards you, just as far as you feel comfortable. Then we're going to hold this stretch here. So just take a few nice deep breaths in and out. On that out breath, if you can, just relax down into that stretch. That little bit further if you can, breathing in and out. Good, and again, breath in and out. Holding that stretch there, breathing in and out. Sink down on that out breath, just that little bit further if you can, well done. Good. And one more time, breath in and out. And we'll just slowly lower that leg down, drop that leg back onto the mat. Well done. Okay, so just in your own time, we're going to come back up into sitting here. So just sitting comfortably onto the mat, legs crossed here, just sitting nice and evenly through those sitting bones as well. Relax those shoulders. We're going to bring our hands just together here into that little prayer position. We're going to do a little spine twist. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to just rotate around to one side and back to the centre. Good. And again, opposite side, rotating around and back. Good. And again, rotate round to the side, back to the centre. Good. And the opposite side and back. Good. And again, reaching away. This time we're going to come back to the centre, reach those hands up towards the ceiling and down, around to the back and forwards, reaching up and down. One more each side, rotating around and back. Reach those hands up and down. Last time. And back. Reach those hands up and down. Well done. And then we're going to drop one hand down to the side, reach the arms up and over, lengthen out through that side and back to that centre. Opposite arm reaching over and back. One more time, drop down, reach over and back. Last time, reaching over and back. Well done. And then relaxing those shoulders down. Fantastic. I hope you've enjoyed the class today. Thanks for joining me and hopefully see you again soon.